Welcome back. You are tuned in to IBL, inspired by Onika, speaking on life and inspiring people. Welcome. This is episode 26. And this episode is the Poetry Flip, and this is part 6 of the series. The title for today is The Door is Open, Why Don't You Come? This particular poem I wrote back in August of 23, so almost exactly 2 years ago. And this particular poem is just about how we feed ourselves in our daily lives, how we feed ourselves spiritually, emotionally, physically, and how we kind of regroup and we relax for ourselves so that we can maintain throughout the day, throughout the week, just on a daily basis, things that we do. And whenever you get a certain urge and you feel like there's something missing or there's something you want to do or you need to do, then these may be some things that you can apply in your life. Now, these are not just your everyday typical things. I'm not saying that you have to do these things all the time, but just be intentional about making sure that you're good, because you can't be good for anybody else. You have to be good for yourself first before you can be good for anybody else. So this particular poem was inspired by a picture prompt from one of my fellow bloggers. And if you can't see the icon for this episode, I'm just going to give you a description. So I came up with the title, The Door is Open, Why Don't You Come? It is showing a picture of a wooden, it's a French style door, you know, the ones that have the two doors and it has the two knobs. You can open either side or both. So it's a wooden French style door. On top of it, it's like a round, it's kind of round on top of the door. There's a word for that, but I can't think of it right now. And you're looking at this door from the street, and one side of the door is open, and it looks like it's a residence. It doesn't look like it's a business, but on top of the door is the number 115, and you can also see that the sun is shining on the building, but you can see that the sun is filtered through by a tree. So it's not full on sunshine, but, you know, one side of the door is open and you can see in the background inside, there's another, it looks like those are French style doors, but those are closed. So that's how I came up with the title, The Door is Open, Why Don't You Come? Now, I know at least once in your life you've heard the expression, the doors of the church are open, why don't you come? And usually you'll hear this during the benediction of the service where the pastor, he will invite you to come to the front if you want to get saved, or if you want to maybe become a member of the church, or just if you just want prayer, you know, you just want someone to pray for you. So, you know, that part of the service, that's the invitation to come down to the front. Now, this poem is a little bit tied to that, but not solely based on that. But it's just how we maintain ourselves throughout the week, just different things we can do to kind of keep ourselves focused and centered and to kind of keep stress away as well. So I'm going to go ahead and get into this one, and then we can talk about it a little more after. So here we go. The door is open. Why don't you come? Sunday, a day of rest. Come dressed in your Sunday best. The doors of the church are open. Walking through the door, appreciation of token. Monday starts the work week. Get your body and mind in gear. Walk through the door smiling. Awaiting life lessons are near. Tuesday, one work day down. Come to yoga class or meditation. The exercise will release any trepidation about the upcoming week ahead. Wednesday, midweek is here. Unload your cares on me. Free your body and mind. Come and talk it out. Thursday, one day away from the weekend. Tidy up any closet clutter. bag up those old clothes, take them to the donation center. Friday, well, what else is there to say? The weekend has arrived. Come over for cocktails. We can talk and just vibe. Saturday, thought you would never show up. Come in. Take a minute to reflect. Spiritual, work, body, and mental health. Aspects of cleansing and socialization. Just remember, the door is open. Why don't you come? Poem. So, as you can see, it just kind of goes through each day, just things you can do every day of the week, because if you are someone and you go to church service on Sunday, you know that the things that you have learned from the service, you want to kind of follow those and take those with you throughout the week to help you, to guide you in your life, on your spiritual journey. So this right here, this poem is kind of talking about not only taking that spiritual learning and healing, but also things to feel ourselves, emotionally, physically, how to socialize. So if we do these things and be intentional with it, because like I said, all of these are not just practical things you can do every day. Of course, every week you're not going to go and donate things, because if you do that every week, what will you have left, right? So just saying, be intentional, apply some things that, just may be more convenient for you. But you get the idea that every day you have to kind of be intentional about what you do, exercise, feed yourself spiritually, emotionally, socialize. If there's someone that you have not seen in a while or spoken to in a while, call them up. I know you might say, well, the phone works both ways. Now, this is true, but sometimes it's just, it helps you and it helps the other person. If you just give a call out of the blue just to say hello, see how they're doing, schedule a lunch date, brunch or whatever with a friend or an old coworker you haven't seen in a while, those things really do make a difference in the long run. You may not feel that way at first, but just try it out. But it's just basically how you maintain day to day. And it's just, if we don't keep up with these things and make sure that we are being intentional about it, then that's how we let stress build up. That's how we might get off of our exercise routine. So these are all little things that are important. We may not think of it that way, but they're definitely important. So like I said, just, we have to fill ourselves spiritually, mentally, physically, emotionally, and we have to get that socialization in as well. So if you have any thoughts on this, maybe there's some things you would like to share about some things that you do and how you maintain and how you feel yourself and how you are intentional about your life and how you, are able to keep yourself good so that you can be good for other people, because if you're stressed out, and it's not going to be good, because then you're not going to be good for anyone. Right. So we just want to make sure that we do all these little things, and, you can replace these things with some other things that are more convenient and just things that you like to do. And also exercise too. That's a good one because that also helps to keep stress down. So again, I want to thank you all for tuning in today. This is Poetry Flip Part 6. And the poem is The Door is Open, Why Don't You Come? And you can hear this episode and all other episodes on the Podbean app, YouTube, and Listen Notes. Until next time, stay well and be blessed. Thank you for tuning in to another episode. You can hear this and all episodes on the Podbean app, YouTube, and Listen Notes. Until next time, stay well and be blessed.